I want to talk about the serve today, and if one thing you want to do is you want to have more of a hammer grip. And oftentimes, what I've seen, I was at a match the other day watching some girls play D1, and actually I couldn't believe how many girls used the Fleischwater grip. Maybe when it came over, they smacked that flat serve and they used more of but there was no the wrist movement like they should. And I noticed they didn't slice as much either, but they did hit flat a lot. And sometimes I wonder, why so many were hitting flat like that to get more power. It seemed like they were hitting harder and harder and harder instead of using slice, and using a variety of different serves. They would hit hard all the time, and it seemed like the way they held the grip all the time was more like a frying pan or a Fleischwater. And so that's not the way to hold it. And then I was at the club and I was helping this young girl play. And she said, "Well, I don't serve like that. This is how I serve, like a Fleischwater." And I said, "Well, this is how you're supposed to do it. Learn how your wrist moves, okay? Karate chop here, open. Your wrist, see how your wrist turns, and it's natural. And whenever you do things unnatural, you're going to get hurt. So if you're going to hit the ball way up straight high, you're going to pull the shoulder out eventually. Or if you're going to hit behind your back, you're going to put extra stress. So the best thing where your shoulder's designed is that you're going to hit off to the right, okay, and go out. It's like a baseball pitcher throwing the ball. When he throws, his knuckles are up. And so here, it's like looking into a mirror and you're going forward. When a baseball pitcher, the only thing that's different than a baseball pitcher, he's throwing off to the right, his foot comes up, but our foot don't come up when we serve. But when you think about here, think of looking into a mirror and then practice rolling it. I slant a little bit and I'm off to the side, just a great way of practicing. And it's a good way, because oftentimes what kids are gonna do is they're gonna go like this. And we don't want that. We want this here. More knuckles are up, okay? Rack comes back in, and then you go forward. The elbow's going to lead first, and then your arm's going to go forward. So this is just a great way of practicing, and I hope this is helpful to you, okay? I put it in the stand to make it easier. It's a long pull, and all this is a fluffy paintbrush, okay, or roller, okay? I like to get the feel. And that's one thing I also noticed that when I was watching them play, is that it seems like they're hitting harder and harder and harder. There was no every once in a while, if they hit one soft, that person would probably hit the ball out and they'd win an easy point. But oftentimes what they did is they hit harder and harder and harder. And so it was kind of funny. Because it was girls' tennis also. And I noticed that was a lot of topspin, and very seldom was there any slice when they played. And so, same way with the serve. It seemed like they were trying to hit flat instead of, hitting over the ball, the topspin. And so I hope it's helpful, a little design. I hope you like it.